Welcome to Productly. Today we're counting down the top 5 best PC cases in 2026. Let's find the perfect one for your needs. Number 5. NZXT H7 Flow. Color: white. Weight: 11.35 kilograms. Category: mid-tower ATX PC case. If you're building a gaming PC and airflow is one of your top priorities, the NZXT H7 Flow 2024 is a case that immediately feels like it was designed with cooling in mind. The first thing I noticed is how open and clean the layout looks, especially with the mesh front panel that helps move a lot of air through the system. One thing I really like is that it comes with 3 pre-installed 120mm front fans, so you're not starting from scratch on day one. 4 mini builds that give solid cooling performance right out of the box. It also supports bottom-mounted fans aimed directly at the GPU, which can be especially useful if you're running a powerful graphics card. The cable management system is another strong point. The wide routing channels and included straps make it much easier to keep the interior organized, and that clean layout really shows through a tempered glass setup. The trade-off is size. This isn't a compact case, and at over 11 kilograms, it's definitely on the heavier side. If you move your PC often, that's something to keep in mind. It also doesn't include every fan configuration you might ultimately want, so some users may still choose to add more cooling later. Overall, the NZXT H7 Flow 2024 feels like a well-designed case with excellent airflow, strong cooling flexibility, and an easy building experience. It looks like a solid choice for gamers and PC builders who want performance and a clean interior layout. Number 4. Cooler Master Qube 500 Flatpack. Color: black. Weight: 7.8 kilograms. Category: mid-tower ATX PC case. The Cooler Master Qube 500 Flatpack is one of the more unusual PC cases I've come across, and that's exactly what makes it interesting. Instead of arriving as a traditional assembled case, it comes in a flatpack format, which gives it a very DIY-focused approach that stands out immediately. What impressed me most is the modular design. You can rearrange panels, change the orientation, and configure the internal layout in different ways depending on your hardware and cooling setup. That flexibility is great for builders who enjoy customizing their systems rather than simply assembling standard components. Cooling support is another strong point. The case can accommodate a large number of fans and multiple radiator configurations, which gives you plenty of room for either air cooling or a more advanced liquid cooling build. It also includes a rear 120mm fan, so there's at least some cooling available from the start. I also like that it supports a wide range of motherboard sizes, including eATX, along with long graphics cards and tall CPU coolers. The included vertical GPU mount adds another option for builders who want a different look. The main limitation is that this case isn't the quickest build for beginners. Because it's modular, assembly takes more planning and effort than a typical mid-tower case. If you want a simple, straightforward build, this may not be the easiest option. Overall, the Cooler Master Qube 500 Flatpack feels like a creative and flexible case that's especially appealing for enthusiasts, custom builders, and anyone who enjoys experimenting with PC layouts and cooling configurations. Number 3. nWin A3 MicroATX Gaming Chassis. Color: black. Weight: 11.6 pounds. Category: MicroATX PC case. The nWin A3 is a compact MicroATX case that focuses on a clean, minimalist design, and I think that's what makes it appealing. It doesn't try to look overly aggressive, but it still feels like a gaming-oriented chassis with a modern tempered glass side panel. What stands out most during a build is the vertical airflow layout. The case is designed to move air efficiently through the system, and that can be helpful when using more powerful components in a relatively compact enclosure. It also supports both air and water cooling, so you have some flexibility depending on the type of build you're planning. One feature I appreciate is the screwless side panel design. It makes accessing the interior much easier for upgrades, cleaning, or cable adjustments. The included slim ARGB fan adds a bit of lighting without making the case feel flashy, and the removable dust filters on the top and bottom are a practical touch for long-term maintenance. The compact size does come with some trade-offs. Working inside a smaller case can take a little more patience, especially when managing cables or installing larger components. Builders who prefer a very spacious interior may find it less convenient than a larger mid-tower. Overall, the nWin A3 is a stylish and well-thought-out MicroATX case with good airflow, useful quality-of-life features, and a clean aesthetic. It looks like a solid option for anyone building a compact gaming PC without sacrificing cooling flexibility. Number 2. Thermaltake View 270 Plus TG ARGB. Color: white. Weight: 14 pounds. Category: Mid-Tower EATX PC case. The Thermaltake View 270 Plus TG ARGB Snow is a case that really focuses on presentation. The first thing that catches your attention is the dual tempered glass front and side panels, which create a very open showcase-style look for a gaming build. What I like most is that it includes three 120mm ARGB fans right out of the box. That gives the case a clean lighting setup without immediately requiring extra fan purchases. The interior also offers plenty of room for larger components, including long graphics cards, so it feels well suited for modern gaming hardware. Cooling flexibility is another strong point. The case supports up to a 360mm radiator at the top, which gives you a good upgrade path if you decide to use a larger liquid cooler later. It supports both air and water cooling, so builders have several configuration options. The front I/O is practical too, with a USB Type-C port and additional USB 3.0 ports that are useful for everyday devices and accessories. The main trade-off is that a glass-focused design can require a little more maintenance. Tempered glass tends to show fingerprints and dust more easily than a solid panel case, and the emphasis on aesthetics may not appeal to someone who prefers a simpler airflow-first design. Overall, the Thermaltake View 270 Plus TG ARGB Snow is a stylish mid-tower case with strong cooling support, excellent hardware compatibility, and a clean white showcase design. It looks like a solid choice for gamers who want their PC build to be both functional and visually impressive. Number 1. Lian A3 MicroATX Black. Color: black. Weight: 11 pounds. Category: Mini Tower MicroATX PC case. The Lian A3 MicroATX is one of those compact PC cases that feels surprisingly capable once you start planning a build inside it. Even though it has a relatively small 26.3-liter footprint, it supports hardware that you'd normally expect in a much larger case. What impressed me most is the balance between size and compatibility. It can fit MicroATX and ITX motherboards, long graphics cards, and even a 360mm radiator, which makes it a strong option for high-performance compact builds. The mesh panels on the top and sides also help with airflow, and that's important when you're using powerful CPUs or GPUs in a smaller enclosure. The flexible power supply mounting is another feature that stands out. Being able to adjust the PSU position gives you more freedom when managing cables and optimizing space, which is something compact case builders will appreciate. One thing to keep in mind is that no fans are included. That gives you complete freedom to choose your own cooling setup, but it also means the total build cost may be a little higher than cases that come with pre-installed fans. Because of its compact layout, building inside it can take a bit more planning than a standard mid-tower. Cable routing and component installation require some attention, especially if you're using larger hardware. Overall, the Lian A3 MicroATX is a thoughtfully designed compact case with excellent airflow potential, impressive hardware support, and a clean modular design. It seems like a great choice for anyone who wants a small but powerful gaming or workstation PC.